Hello,
Hello,
my name is Jack.
my name is SOO.
We are from SMJK CHEAH. Today we have participated in the Petrocscience Science Show Competition 2017.
Today, we would like to demonstrate the 4 experiments we have done. Let's begin now.
So our topic for today is about light. We all know that light consists of 7 colors. They are red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Mixing all colors together will form a white light. There is a very common phenomenon that is related to this theory, and it is rainbow. We all know that rainbow is formed after the rain. That's because after the rain, the air in the atmosphere is moisturized. Here we have a diagram showing how does the light spectrum formed. Here we have sunlight as the light source. So when the light hits on the droplet in the air, refraction and dispersion of light will occur at the point where it hits on the droplet. Then the dispersed light will bounce back when it hits on another surface of the droplet. Then the dispersed light leaves the droplet and forms the spectrum of colors. The orientation of these colors are fixed. Do you know why? That's because they have different wavelengths. For example, red light, you can see that it's at the first place. That's because it has a longer wavelength in which it can travel in a further distance, and also it reaches your eyes quicker. Violet light is placed at the last. That's because it has a shorter wavelength that makes it travel in a shorter distance, in which it passes through your eye slower. Let's look at an experiment to prove this theory. As you can see, there is light spectrum formed below the glass of water. But when I place a cardboard with a horizontal cut, a horizontal hole, the result is clearer. That's because the light is focused into the hole, in which it will show a clearer result. Besides that kind of experiment, you can also use a compact disc to demonstrate it. Next, let's understand about light deeper. We all know that light is made up of tiny discrete particles called photons. Did you know that light is also in the form of waves? Let's take a look at an experiment to prove this theory. As you can see, there is an image formed. Before I explain, I made a mistake. When the image formed, you can see that there is a weird circle formed above the image. That is because of the flashlight that I choose to do the experiment. So, this phenomenon happens because there is an interference occurred after the light passes through the first black paper that I use. To make it simple, imagine that light is only made out of particles, and those particles are ping pong balls. When those ping pong balls pass through the two of the holes in the cardboard, the image will only form with two vertical lines, like in this diagram. There is no interference happening after the black paper. Now imagine that light is composed of particles and waves at the same time, and those waves are water waves. Now when the water waves passes through the two holes, it will spread again, and thus forming an interference, like what is shown in this diagram.
Okay, let's talk about off topic. Force and motion and the third experiment, puzzling pendulums. It is so simple that we just hang two pendulums together from the same piece of string and they start behaving very strangely indeed. In this experiment, we will indeed need a rope, two metal rod, thick cardboard and two pendulum bobs. The metal rod is fixed on the thick cardboard. The rope is tied with pendulum bob as shown. Let's get started. First, pull pendulum A up and then let it go. Gravity pulls it downwards, so it swings down to its lowest point. Then it falls and speeds up. Its speed keeps it moving, so it swings at its lowest point. Gravity keeps pulling down pendulum A, thus slows it down until it stops and swings back again. Then it passes the motion to the pendulum B and it starts swinging itself without being swamped. So what is the magic of science behind this? Without hesitation, let's go through the real experiment. CHEAH. Okay, as you can see, I have prepared all things for the experiment. But it doesn't seem like everything we have. The pendulum bob is replaced with marbles and the rope is also replaced with thread, as the marble is more and not so heavy. But don't worry, we still managed to get the results. So without further more waiting, let's get started now. Alright, here's another experiment. The title will be electrostatic force. Electrostatic force is the force of attraction between unlike charges or repulsion between like charges. It is most likely caused by rubbing a surface and causing the electrons to be pulled from that surface and relocated on the other one. The rubbed material can also be functioned as magnet, as rubbing causes the magnetic field to occur and can easily attract something. In this experiment, we will need plastic or metal rod and a piece of cloth. Firstly, rub a plastic or metal rod with a piece of cloth. Hold the rod near the flowing of water from the tap. The water is little bit bent as as it is attracted by the force from the rod. The process of rubbing a rod causing the electrons to be pulled from the surface of one material and relocated on that of the other material. Let's watch some pictures so that you can understand more.